We've been a little quiet over here, and it wasn't intentional. After a quick trip to Disneyland, we all ended up getting sick, and I swear it lingered for weeks. So we leaned into some slower days, but the projects definitely did not slow down. They've been piling up actually, and today we're finally diving back in. This one is an action-packed video full of so many fun projects. Also, I wanted to show you guys my black olive tree because I've gotten so many questions about it in my last video. Maybe in another video, I can walk you through exactly how I care for it because it truly is my favorite tree in the house. And it's actually pretty easy once you have everything you need and a system in place. So let me know if that's something that you guys want to see. But before we jump into all the projects, my delivery from Oliviaatlashome just arrived and I had to unbox it with you guys first. So let's do it. In the last video, you saw me visit Oliviaatlashome, and I was so lucky to be offered a gifting appointment with them. These are the beautiful pieces that I picked out, and I had them shipped home.
We both walk a thinner line of fuse and spark. We could blow at any time with love and scars. We're both carrying baggage. We've both got fire in our veins. Will we dance in the wreckage, or will we dig our grave? I ain't gonna be your good Prince Charming, knight in shining white. I ain't gonna be your little darling, no baby, I'm gonna be your dynamite.
This is an antique nomad pot from Morocco. You guys saw me spot it when we were shopping, and I kept circling back to it over and over again, and I just knew I couldn't leave without it. I've honestly never seen anything quite like it before. It has a very raw, wabi-sabi feel, and that is what I'm absolutely drawn to. The organicness, the imperfections, it was just so full of character. I especially love the opening is a little bit more narrow. I just felt like I could do so much with it, whether it be florals, a real plant. It just had to come home with me because it just felt so timeless. Now let's unbox number 2.
I'm gonna be your dynamite. Fragile like a flower, more like a bomb. You don't seem to fear that power. I've loved it all along. We both walked through the fire. We both grew bold in the flames. Now we could dance in the embers, or we could seal our fate. Oh, you ain't gonna be my good Prince Charming.
Okay, quick intermission while we clean up the mountain of packing puffs that came in this box. And listen, I know they're better for the environment, so I am not complaining about that. But I'm not going to lie, when I open a package and see these, a tiny part of me panics because I know it's just going to become such a bigger project than I had planned for.
Charming, knight in shining white. You ain't gonna be my little darling, no baby.
Okay, intermission over, back to the good stuff. I wanted to handpick a vintage olive jar for the longest time, and this one I just could not stop thinking about. I'd walk the store, look at other pieces, and somehow I kept coming back to this one, just like with my nomad pot. And one thing about me is when I can't stop thinking about it, I know it is something that is supposed to come home with me. I've started approaching my mindset a little bit different when picking out home decor pieces, and I go off of these 3 things now. Number 1 is it unique? I love unique pieces. It sets your home apart from everyone else's. It's not running to the latest Target drop and having your house look like everybody else's. And 2, this is the most important, I feel, for me, and has really helped me narrow down what I buy. I need to make sure that the piece is going to have a place to live. One thing that I absolutely cannot handle is clutter. So although I may love a piece, if I don't have a specific spot for it, it is staying. And 3, it must be a piece that I can never imagine living without, something that feels essential in my life and my story. And these pieces I love so much because 1, it tells the story of our trip, and 2, I just love them so much. I feel like they both complement the house so beautifully. Just as we finished the olive delivery, I got another delivery at the door, and it is my favorite hummingbird feeder. I've shown this before on the channel, but I thought I would do a full unboxing with this one because it is brand new and is sparkly and so pretty. So I love the copper top of this one. I also love that it has a wider base. This hummingbird feeder feeds 4 cups of hummingbird food, which I feel like is such a good size. And I just love that each part is so easy to clean. That is so important when you are feeding hummingbirds because you don't want them to get sick. So I wanted to show this. I'll be sure to link it down below, but look how cute it is. I added this one right outside the kitchen window because I am absolutely obsessed with my birds. Okay, and we're moving right along with the Facebook Marketplace flip. I felt like I was so cooped up for so long, so I am so excited to get back outside and start doing some projects. So I saw these chairs on Marketplace for $15 and was absolutely obsessed with the little ball. So reminded me of the Lulu and Georgia ones that I would love for my patio, but they're just a little bit out of the budget right now. So I just felt like a splat can of spray paint would absolutely fix this. And I feel like for $15, this was such a glow up. I cannot wait to show you guys the final result.
It's hotter than the blacktop in July, sweating like a sinner in a church, and I just wanna get out with my crew tonight and shoot at the lights. Got a couple 40s full of hops and fun, looking for a good time, gotta live it up. Leave behind the city, hop inside my truck. No, we don't give up.
I'm sorry, but how good are these Marketplace chairs with my little terracotta pot from Marketplace? Oh, I just see the vision coming to life on this backyard. Now we are going to head upstairs to the pool area because I am going to be having a special delivery arriving shortly, and we got to clean this area up. The weeds up here are out of control. I mean, out of control. And this is the last year, I repeat, this is the last year that we are going to be doing major weed cleanup. I know I say that every single year, but this year, put it on everything. It's my last year. So we just decided to come up here as a family and just start pulling some weeds. I love when Willow is so sweet and picks me flowers around the yard. Just wandering around the yard and them having fun is just such a pinch me moment. It's the simple, quiet moments like this one that I hope I never forget. But for now, it's time to get back to tidying up the backyard. The kids also decided that although it is only February, it is time for the first swim of the season. Good old California living. I can't wait to show you guys what is arriving and what I'm prepping the backyard for. I hope it arrives so I can possibly show you guys in the next video because I am so ready to share this content with you guys. I feel like this space outside this year is going to have such a glow up.
Everything was coming up. Everything was going fine, yeah. Everything was coming along.
These trees are the North Pole, and honestly, they have grown so much. We planted them last year, and they have probably tripled in size. So I am so excited to see what happens with this growing season.
At its own pace, in its own time.
What they say is true. When you love your space, you want to pour everything into it. I used to dread yard work. Pulling weeds on the weekend sounded like the absolute worst idea. But this weekend, something felt different. Coming out here, pulling the weeds, prepping the space, making it look nice, it's actually what I thrive on now. I don't even know who I am turning into, but I guess it's also true. The older you get, the more you fall in love with grandma hobbies.
My baby ran away with a folk singing from outer space. They're not as cool as you think. Life back on Earth is okay. Now you're flying away at the speed of light.
Okay, so if you guys have been following along for a while, you know that I bought this off a marketplace about a year ago, and it has just been sitting here, and honestly, I don't love it. I've tried to do so many different things with it, but it just never felt right. So I am gonna give it one last ditch effort, and I'm gonna paint it. I know that is controversial. A lot of you guys said not to paint it, but I feel like if I don't try to paint it, this thing will end up in the trash. So we're gonna do that today. Before we touched anything, I wanted to be sure to give you guys a really good before look at this piece, because I think when it is all said and done, you guys are gonna be like, you made the most perfect choice. Do you guys remember when we brought this up? I'll try to insert some footage for you new viewers, but do you remember when me and Chris brought this up and the doors flew off and the glass shattered? So that is also on the list, is trying to replace the glass. So I'm telling you, we have a lot of work to do. I wanted to bring it up on the patio upstairs, and I'm just going to warn you to sit back and enjoy this little comical 30 seconds, because this hutch is a lot more delicate than I thought.
God. Oh my God. Oh God. Oh God, here we go. Oh God! Are we setting it down?
Keep going, keep going.
Oh my God, Chris, hold on! I have to adjust now! Oh God.
You need to sit down?
No, I got a good grip. Hold on, you're walking too fast! Chris, the doors are flinging open! Oh God, we're losing a door! Yeah!
Oh my.
Do you need help? Do you need me to help you? Whoa. I think for me is I've really tried to hold on to the way that it looked when I found it, because I don't ever really like to go and flip old vintage pieces and make them look very modern. So I tried to keep the integrity of this piece. But truthfully, this piece has probably 17 different layers of paint. And so I feel like by me painting it, it's just one more story that this piece is going to now have. And honestly, I didn't hate it, but then the more I kept looking at it, it just never felt right in the space. And I think it was just because it was so chippy. It was so chippy. And although it was green, I was okay with it being green, but something about the chippiness really made it feel very shabby chic, if that makes sense. I wanted to keep some history on this piece, so I ended up with a greenish color, and it is Eternal Mood by Sherwin-Williams, and I feel like it is just going to be so perfect. So let's get to painting. As I started putting on the first layer, I felt like the color was not exactly what I envisioned. I thought it was going to be a little bit darker, and I was going to abort the whole mission and go and get something else, because then sometimes I felt like it was a little too grayish. But I was like, you know what? We're just going to YOLO.
Didn't even know that I was lonely. It's 2 a.m. raining on the city. I was at the shore, now I'm under the river, and I think I know if this is longing. Haven't had enough. Well, you take me in. I've come a long way to begin. Well, you take me in. I've come a long way to begin again.
I also didn't go in and sand the piece beforehand, so you're going to see that it is pretty bumpy, but I didn't want to bring it down to make it look like a brand new piece. I still wanted the piece to look like it had been around and had lived plenty of lives before me. So I actually embraced all the imperfections that this piece had. I just wanted to give it a little tiny makeover, not so much. And then I decided it's going to be way easier if I just take these hinges off, and I believe the hinges are solid brass. So I'm going to try to bring them back to the original brass and not have it be all rusted. So I decided to take them off because I'm going to soak them and try to figure out if I can restore them.
Here there are so many bridges that you gotta cross. I'm a new guy at dinner, and I'm getting lost in these conversations, and I think I know if this is longing.
But I think that is where I'm going to end this video this week. I want to thank you guys so much for watching yet another video of mine. I hope next week I can have Chris replace the glass in this piece, because I'm really trying to get it done now that I have a vision. So again, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you are not already subscribed, please do so. Give the video a like. It really does help out the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.